Imagine for a moment that the crops that fill the United States farmland have been manipulated by science to make them better. They grow faster, are insect resistant, and more crops grow per acre. Sounds too good to be true, right? However, these crops are not science fiction. They are real, and they are called GMOs, genetically modified organisms. But what exactly are GMOs? According to Natural News on September 19, 2012, GMOs are organisms that have genes from unrelated plants spliced into a parent seed. These scientifically manipulated organisms are currently the center of a great deal of controversy, and consumers should decide for themselves whether or not they consume these products. However, the average American currently has no foolproof way to decide for themselves. Foods that have undergone genetic modification should be labeled in the United States to provide citizens with the freedom to choose for themselves what they do and do not consume. Genetically modified foods started out as an innocent experiment into what science can do for the world. In 1996, Monsanto, a biotech company, introduced Roundup Ready soybeans, the first herbicide-tolerant crop released in the United States. Since its first entrance into the food market, GMOs have flooded food supplies from every direction. According to GMO OMG, a documentary by Jeremy Seifert released in 2013, the United States alone grows 165 million acres of GMOs each year, and 420 million acres grow worldwide. Also, genetic modification has expanded beyond imagination. According to Monsanto Company's website, last accessed on September 19, 2015, Monsanto has genetically engineered their products to the point that farmers can now produce twice as much of a product using only 2/3 the amount of natural resources such as land, water, and energy as was needed in the past. So far, genetic modification sounds like the way of the future. It's a way to produce more food while using less of the Earth's natural resources. However, according to some studies, genetically modified products are not safe for consumption. According to Lisa Garber for Natural Society on August 7, 2012, genetically modified soy caused infertility in hamsters. 3 generations of rodents were fed GM soy, and by the 3rd generation, the hamsters were completely incapable of reproduction. 4th generation mice had the same results in an Australian study, and infant rats whose mothers were fed GM soy died 3 weeks after birth. If genetically modified soy has caused reproductive problems in rodents, it could do the same in humans. According to Lisa Marsa for Discover magazine, last accessed September 19, 2015, some scientists also believe that genetically modified foods are causing an increase in problems such as asthma, allergies, and gastrointestinal damage. So here's the deal. If GMOs have been connected to so many health risks, why has the government not put a stop to them? The reason lies behind a decision made in 1992. According to Daniel Imhoff for Environmental magazine in 2013, because of pressure from U.S. Vice President Daniel Quayle and biotech industries, the FDA awarded genetically modified foods GRAS, generally regarded as safe status, in 1992. This status, according to Imhoff, as cited before, exempted GMOs from mandatory human and environmental safety tests, finding no detectable differences between GMO and conventional crops, besides the intended engineered gene. The GRAS ruling merely encourages biotech companies to engage in a voluntary safety consultation with the FDA before releasing a product onto the market. Therefore, biotech companies are under no legal requirement to test how their products affect human health or the environment. They can throw any product they like onto the market with absolutely no legally required testing. At the time of this GRAS ruling, no studies except for those performed by the industries that sell these products, have been performed regarding ways biotech products may affect the health of humans. Also, the scientists that performed the biotech company's studies had misgivings about the product's safety. Unlike the United States, foreign countries have rejected genetically modified products since their advent. When the government first tried to introduce genetically modified products in Ireland, the citizens responded with what can only be called terrorism. According to Kathleen Hart in her book Eating in the Dark, published in 2003, in 1997 in Carlow County, Ireland, a small group of renegades snuck into a Monsanto-owned field and dug up and destroyed every genetically modified sugar beet growing in that field. Other countries reacted similarly when biotech crops gained popularity. According to Hart, as cited before, when U.S. grain exporters began mixing genetically modified soybeans with a corresponding non-GM product in 1996, the British Retail Consortium warned of a possible boycott if they did not desist. Foreign disapproval has not subsided in more recent years. According to GMO OMG, as cited before, in Haiti after the earthquake in 2010, Haitians burned 475 tons of genetically modified seeds from Monsanto. Chauvinist Jean-Baptiste, the leader of the peasant movement of Papai, was quoted in GMO OMG as saying, "We, the peasants of Haiti, are the guardians of the seeds of life. At the moment, we see the seeds of death invading our country." These peasants would rather die of starvation than grow and eat genetically modified food. According to Consumers International, last accessed on September 19, 2015, former U.S. President John F. Kennedy's Basic Rights of Consumers states that consumers have the right to be informed, the right to choose, and the right to be heard about what they consume. This means that consumers have the right to have the facts supplied so they may make an informed choice, and they have protection from dishonesty from food companies. They have the right to be able to choose what they purchase from a wide variety of competitively priced products, and they also have the right to have their voices heard regarding those products. Additionally, consumers have the right to tell the government how they feel about policies regarding the development of products and services. As long as companies are not required to label any products that have undergone genetic modification, consumers are being robbed of Kennedy's basic rights of consumers. The consumers of the United States currently are not offered a wide selection of products free from genetic modification, are not clearly informed of what has and has not been genetically modified, and are not able to personally choose for themselves whether or not they consume GMOs. This is a theft of the United States citizens' basic rights and must desist immediately.